Marimarjan, congratulations. After a loss in the first round, a win in the second round, how does it feel?
Okay, I mean, after a loss, it's always a tricky situation. I mean, like, for example, I could remember my tournament in BL. I mean, I started with a close loss in the first round and two more losses, and more or less the same throughout the tournament. It was the only other category 17 event I've played. So, okay, it's kind of relief to be able to win the second game. So, I think now I should be back into the tournament.
What were your feelings after a loss in the first round? I mean, did you think that you would go in for a safe second round, or would you think you wanted to quickly get that point back?
Well, if I would have been black, I think I would have gone for a safe second round. But I mean, since I was white, I couldn't just waste two whites like this. I mean, in such a tournament, it's all kinds of strong players. So white, I think it's a very important. And the fact that in the first round I lost in a position where I think I could have even tried to win, or at least I should have been very safe. So after that, I definitely wanted to get something back.
Can you just quickly sum up the game, in a much more simplified way, rather than getting technical about it?
Okay, so I think the opening was unexpected for me, but she also didn't know it very well. So we had a sort of main line of dragon, but with the inclusion of moves a4, a5, which made it, I mean, I don't know how to say, I mean, whether it was in my favor or her favor. But I think we both were not so much aware of the position, so we really spent our time, both of us. And okay, towards the end, she got into time pressure and she missed my move e5, I think. And after that, the situation was difficult for her.
Pretty much in this kind of a tournament, where it's fairly long, 10 rounds, and all the players are quite young, not quite used to, say, close tournaments like this. I mean, what is it? What is your strategy for the entire 2 weeks?
Um, I wouldn't say I'm sticking to any particular strategy. I mean, I'll just take one game at a time. I mean, it's difficult to follow a strategy here because you never know what happens in the next game. I mean, you might want to play solid the first half, but then you lose a game and you can't do it anymore. Or, I mean, might want to go aggressive, but I mean, it just depends on one after another how I'm doing in each game.
So now that you are back on the track for the tournament itself, how do you feel, and what is it going to be? Now you're going to be much more calm.
Well, yeah, I guess it's. I mean, after winning a game, at least it feels much more calm about the whole tournament. So, I mean, now, of course, it's just the start, so it's. I mean, it's nothing much to say still. Just 2 rounds, 8 more rounds to go. So I'll have to just stay in the same way the whole tournament.
Have you played How You Fun before?
Yeah, we have played few times. I've had a couple of draws with her, and once I won in chorus.
Thank you very much, and all the best for the remaining rounds. Thanks. Congratulations, Victor. A second win in a row. So, like, how does it feel for a great start in a tournament like this?
Yeah, it's nice to win, of course, second game. I'm happy with this. So Wesley is very tough opponent, and the position wasn't very promising. It was about equal all the time, but around 30th move, he made some inaccuracies. He missed my maneuver bishop e2, bishop f3. Then I protected my c6 pawn, and I had some chances, and then he completely misplayed. He played badly, and I won easily.
You just mentioned that Wesley So is not a very easy player to beat. Now, do you think he was under pressure, or was he a bit more relaxed after a win in the first round yesterday?
Well, I don't think he was under pressure. He just played. I think he doesn't like this type of position because it's not very entertaining. It's quite boring. You have to play positionals, and it doesn't fit his style. So the result was that he made some inaccuracies later, and I got some slight advantage, and then I turned this advantage into full point.
Do you enjoy close tournaments like this, or do you prefer opens? At this age, when you're young, I mean, getting invitations into close tournaments of a higher category are slightly, more difficult or rare, whereas, scoring points, or rather getting a better ELO rating in close tournaments has a better prospect.
Yeah, of course, it's better to play round-robin tournaments strong. I mean, because if you want to improve, you have to play with strong opponents. Otherwise, it's not possible. And in the Opens, you have usually 3 or 4 rounds, not that strong opponents, and after that, you play with strong opponents. But of course, it's better to play a close tournament.
How are you enjoying this tournament? I mean, the field is pretty much, quite closely bunched. All of the, as you yourself said, there are no clear favorites. So how are you enjoying this tournament?
Well, I enjoy. It's my first tournament after a long time, so I'm very fond of to play chess, and I'll try to enjoy it, and I'll try to do my best simply.
So 2 wins in 2 rounds. Does that put pressure on you to keep the tempo going, or are you now going to take the games as they come along?
No, no, no. It doesn't make any pressure on me. Uh, okay, if I would draw my first games, I would play the same. So I don't care about results. I have to play simply chess, and then we'll see.
Thank you very much, and all the best for the remainder. So a good start, a second win in 2 rounds. So how does it feel to get onto the top of the leaderboard?
Yeah, it's really nice to have 2 out of 2, but of course anything could have happened today. I mean, I was pretty much sure I would lose at one point. In general, in the first 2 games, I was quite lucky. 2 positions which were really dubious, and somehow I managed to win both. Again, time trouble played a really big part in this game. At some point, we both had just seconds until the time control. I wasn't even sure if one of us would run out of time at some point. But somehow I wouldn't say I kept control, but my play was easier at some point. And, well, I would say that, yeah, at some point he definitely should have been winning. I'm not sure exactly where, but it seemed like he was losing.
Now, if you had to describe this game quickly, I would say a very, very short way, how would you describe this game? As a wild one, a lucky one, or good play, good chess, what? How would you describe it?
I wouldn't say it's good chess, but definitely lucky chess. Yeah, I actually have no idea what happened because, we had no time to think, and the position was extremely complex. Until I checked the computer, really don't know what happened. But yeah, it's just a crazy game in general.
So, I mean, with 2 out of 2, and also both games, in which either it could have been a loss or it could have been at least a draw for you in both of the games, would you say that now that you've got a 2 out of 2, would it alter your strategy for the remainder of the tournament?
Well, I can't even say I had a strategy at the beginning. I mean, I was trying to play solidly, and this is what happened. But actually, I'm just going to continue, playing normally. I'm not going to try to change anything in particular.
Have you enjoyed your stay so far in Delhi despite the hot weather? But it's some pretty, I would say, encouraging chess for you right now.
Yeah, I look forward to the free day when maybe I can check out the city. Because so far I've been busy preparing and playing that there's really no time to actually look around.